What's up, guys? It's Jukes, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Mind. So, I'm bringing this series back for FIFA 21. If you watched some of my videos on this series for FIFA 20, you know that I basically go over some of my games, give you my thought process on what I'm doing in attack and in defense, and then I'll also analyze certain mistakes that I make in attack or defense. I mean, you can't play a perfect game in FIFA, so there's always going to be mistakes that you make. So, I recorded a game last night from the stream on Division Rivals. So we're gonna take a look at this game and see certain things that we did well, certain things that we didn't do so well. So I hope this will maybe help you guys out, so you guys kind of know what I'm thinking as I'm playing, and I'll kind of go over why I do what I do at times, and then I'll even look at mistakes just to kind of rectify them in hindsight, I guess. But let's get started. So let me show you my opponent's team, I guess, so we can get that out of the way. He has a decent team, nothing too amazing. My team is definitely way better than his, but let's get right into it. So let's go right here. All right, so we get the ball with De Bruyne, we play it to Conte, then back to De Bruyne, then we get it to Cruyff, and then I have the ball with Ronaldo. So I did a L1 boost with Ronaldo right away, and I see that pretty much I've got kind of like a 4-on-4. So his center mids are like out of the play pretty much. I've got Cruyff running in behind, but I see that he's controlling his player tracking the run of Cruyff. I see Mbappe's up top with fairly decent space, and then we have Neymar down below right here as well. So, but I've got Ronaldo on the ball. He's not controlling this player, so I know that if I keep running, I can potentially get him behind. And then if he ends up switching to that player, I need to do something to get away from that player as well. So he ends up switching to that player, and then I keep running, and I do get a bit lucky here. I end up doing a running fake shot, and I like kind of glitch through his Hernandez, and I end up getting him behind. So all right, so I'm in behind. So basically, this pretty much needs to be a goal. You know, I've got Ronaldo going in behind. His Kimpembe down there, that's besides Cruyff, can't really catch up to me. I'm through on goal with Ronaldo. This has to be a goal, right? So I keep running with Ronaldo, and then back. So I end up doing a knock on right here, actually, just to create even further separation. So I see his keeper is starting to rush out. So I end up doing a FIFA 20 finishing method that does work pretty well in FIFA 20. I end up ball rolling and then trying to finesse. What I should have done is chip. Chips are very good in FIFA 21. They've made them just extremely effective. I can't remember the last time chips were this good in FIFA. So look how much space the goalkeeper leaves behind from the goal. Then there's good enough separation between Ronaldo and the goalkeeper itself. I can't play this pass. I mean, I could try through ball to Cruyff, but that's a very risky pass. I also could have power shot this for Ronaldo far post. There's again good separation between the two, and to be honest, I could have even finessed from right here, but I don't like finessing when I'm in full sprint because I feel like the animation makes the shot come off weak. So I just should have done a chip shot, and I think it probably goes in. But I end up doing the wall roll, and I finessed the side and ended up hitting the post. So that was a bit unlucky, but I ended up winning the ball back with Conte. So let's go back and check that out. Check that out again. So again, I ball roll finesse to the side, and I don't get the ball. So right here, when he gets the ball with his Intuiti, I switch manually to Conte, and I've got very good aggressive positioning on his players. He doesn't really, if you look at the radar, I always look at the radar typically. The only pass that he can probably make is to his striker right here, and my center back is behind him. He can, of course, pass back if he wants to, but again, if people pass back, I don't mind. I always want to try and force people to pass back. He's got his fullbacks open. He's got a player down here that he can switch to, but that's kind of a risky pass. So he's pretty much only got like two options, and he's got to go back. So I'm thinking typically people don't like going back, so I'm thinking he's going to pass forward. So I want to bull rush him with Conte and then hold circle to try and get an interception off, and that's what I end up doing. So we win the ball back. I play it to Cruyff. Right here, Neymar is kind of in an awkward position, and Mbappe is in an awkward position. This defender here isn't really defending anyone. Ronaldo's kind of occupied by his Kembe. I could play this pass to Neymar. Probably actually should have played the pass to Neymar because he's ahead of his defender and he should be through, and that should be a easy far post finish. But he ends up, see, he did a pretty good job there. He ends up switching. So he shades. This is what I think you should always keep in mind, that you don't necessarily have to pick one or the other. You can kind of shade both options. So he ends up picking his center back here to control him, but he's not giving me any leeway to pick up like a singular option. So I can't really play this pass because I'm worried he might intercept it. Then he's also on my Cruyff as well. So I think this pass to Ronaldo here is an option, but I kind of passed that a bit late. So, and then the pass was pretty bad to Ronaldo itself. So the play kind of resets a bit, but then I see Mbappe making a nice run. You get it to Mbappe. I see Cruyff making a nice run. So as that pass comes into Mbappe, I see Cruyff making a run, and this through ball is pretty much open. So I just need to create some separation from his defender here, then feed this to Cruyff. So I do a fake shot away from the defender, then I just feed a through ball to Cruyff, and this pretty much has to go in too far for his power, and it goes in. So that was a pretty long analysis, but again, like it just shows how just one mistake from your opponent can lead to a goal. So if he just passed back there, that one chance that he had, it probably would have led to a goal not happening at all. But he ends up going forward, and I bull rushed him with Conte. So that was that. Let's take a look at something else. All right, let's take a look at this attack right here. So he's got Memphis on the ball. I've got Varane tracking him. I don't want to switch yet to Van Dijk or Walker because I feel like I'm not really in a danger zone yet to switch. So I end up covering with Varane. I'm kind of catching up to him. Walker is somewhat shading his winger out wide. This player is a danger, but Van Dijk's pretty close to him, so I can switch immediately to Van Dijk to cover that option as well. I think a through ball here, a lob through ball to this player is definitely the best option I think my opponent could have taken, but I don't think he ends up doing that. He ends up pulling back to his midfielder. So once he pulls back, this attack kind of dies out. Winger isn't really open. This Ben Yedder is still a challenge, but we got Van Dijk pretty close to him, so I'm thinking that's going to be good. Oh, we end up intercepting the pass. So again, he had an option there. I think when he was running through with Memphis, I think it was, he should have played it out wide, a lob through ball out wide to his winger, and I think he would have had a dangerous attack from that, but he didn't end up choosing that option. So we end up winning the ball back. We played to Cruyff, and again, we somewhat got another like 4v4 situation. It's very easy to bypass the midfield this year. So I think that's Pogba there. He's out of play, or that might be Matuidi. So we got Cruyff, we got Ronaldo. We got like a 2v2 in a central area here. We got the wingers. We got Mbappe fairly wide. Neymar's tucking the infield a bit more. So we get the ball with Cruyff, do some nice dribbling. We do an elastico there just to create some separation. Then we feed it to Ronaldo. So once I get this ball to Ronaldo, my thought process is I got to beat this defender, and then I'm in through on goal because this defender is too far to cover. This defender is also a bit too far to cover. Then we also got, if this defender pushes up, track Ronaldo, we got Neymar wide open. So I get it to Ronaldo. End up taking the touch, and I turn away to get away from the danger zone because there's players over there. And then this player is so far away from Ronaldo. I know that if I go back a bit in the middle and then accelerate away, I pretty much got a 1v1 opportunity. So end up playing it to De Bruyne. Attack kind of slows down a bit. It kind of stalls, but end up doing a nice stall with De Bruyne itself there. Let's go back and give that a watch. So get the ball to Ronaldo. I go down with a fake shot. Play it to De Bruyne. I kind of wait for Ronaldo to continue his run, so I take a standstill touch there, and then I shift the ball away from me. Then I get it to Ronaldo, and again, this defender is not going to catch up. This defender is not going to catch up. And I'm going through on goal with Ronaldo. This got to be a goal, pretty much. We end up taking a touch. Not the greatest touch there, but we end up taking a touch just to create some space away from that oncoming defender. We ball roll this time, and it actually ends up working out. We ball roll away from the goalkeeper and end up finishing. Because I think if I power shot this, go back in the book. I think if I power shot that, oh wait, whoops. If I power shot that with Ronaldo, I don't think it was fun. Yeah, I think the goalkeeper's a bit too close. His defender is like on me, so the power shot might have been a bit clumsy, I guess. So I end up taking a risk to ball roll away with Ronaldo, but it ends up working out. And that touch that I took initially with Ronaldo wasn't great as well. So I made some poor decisions there, but it still worked out because I made a good decision at the end, which is all that matters, I guess. Take a look. We end up scoring again. Let's take a look at that. All right, let's stop here. Get the ball with Cruyff. Neymar, nice L1 boost with Neymar. Ronaldo's in the box. Only one defender on him, but he's not really making a run. An R1 cross here is an option, but I like doing R1 crosses when your attacker is like a bit creeping in front of the defender and he's still a bit too behind him. Mbappe isn't really an option here. Cruyff, I'm not sure what Cruyff is doing. He's like completely running away from the action. So I decide to reset. Let's get Cruyff potentially back in the action. Let's get a bit more of a suitable pass for Ronaldo as well. So I end up doing a nice La Croqueta cancel, which creates so much space. So I got Ronaldo. This pass to Ronaldo is probably an option now. Mendy is also an option if I want to reset. Bruyne is covered by his player here, but Ronaldo, this is a massive threat. Ronaldo, acres of space down here, and Kimpembe is kind of not that close to him. So we get it to Ronaldo. And he ends up playing me that I'm going to cut back out this way because there was space there initially. I end up taking a touch towards the upper angle. We end up creating space. Then I elastico with Ronaldo, create even more space away from his defender, and I just end up taking a power shot. It ends up coming in. So that was pretty nice with Ronaldo. But again, the key thing here is not forcing a pass when there was nothing here. So again, a nice L1 boost with Neymar, but this pass isn't an option. Mbappe really isn't in the play. Cruyff isn't in the play. It's always important if you can reset just to create even more options. That's what we ended up doing there. So that wasn't too bad. Check. Okay, let's take a look at the goal we conceded. Because I always like looking back more on goals I concede than the goals I score. Right there. Oh, well, I already see him right there. Right. He plays it to Ben Yedder. He returns it back to Memphis. So pretty good pressure on Ben Yedder, forcing him somewhat back. Okay, we messed up here. If I switch to Van Dijk here and go with the circle tackle, that's probably my ball. I messed up. I don't know why I didn't switch right away. And then I switched late. So see, if I switched right away with Van Dijk, I win the ball back. But I switched late. He ends up playing a through ball to his Ben Yedder. I'm controlling De Bruyne now, so he's my last man back. I don't want to fully push on his Ben Yedder because I know he's got this player wide open too. So I'm like, I was somewhat shading, but he ends up playing a really good pass to his midfielder. So I thought about pushing with De Bruyne right away, but I didn't want to fully push right away to really expose my back line. But he ends up playing the through ball right away, which actually does catch me off guard. And then De Bruyne somewhat misses it. And then once he gets it in this, let's go back. Once he gets into that position, I do kind of play some really lazy defense with De Bruyne. I kind of play him for the cutback, but I end up pressing circle instead of just jockeying. So you see right there, I press circle with De Bruyne, and then I switch off De Bruyne too before that, and it's just pretty lazy defense all around. But the mistake there, he ends up getting a rebound too. The mistake there, though, was at the start with Van Dijk. If I switched to Van Dijk right away to sense the danger, I could have got the ball off him, and that attack wouldn't have transpired the way it did. So that was pretty bad defense. Got to avoid those. Take a look at. We end up scoring again. Get the ball with De Bruyne. Get the ball to Cruyff. Okay, so this pass is pretty much on. Mbappe is also out wide. His Kimpembe is nowhere near my Cruyff to cut off that pass. This defender probably can't recover quick enough if we kind of angle the pass like right there in this area and not towards that area. Neymar is also an option down below. We end up playing a nice through ball to De Bruyne, and then we just end up stopping with De Bruyne just to kind of throw him off a bit because De Bruyne probably didn't have enough pace to continue running all the way through. Take a look back at that, show you guys what I mean. Yeah, see, I ended up slowing down on purpose because I didn't feel like De Bruyne would have gotten through, but I actually think I could have kept running with De Bruyne itself and probably got away from his Fernandez, but I end up stopping. I do an L1 stop with De Bruyne, and then I come back out that way, and then I just accelerated after that and end up creating enough separation for the goal. So that wasn't too bad. I mean, it was pretty self-explanatory, I guess. We got that ball with Cruyff, and Bruyne made a nice run, and you just had to feed him the through ball on time. Let's take a look if there's anything else. All right. Okay. All right. Go to Cruyff, Ronaldo. Okay. Let me go back just a bit more. All right. End up getting the ball off him with De Bruyne. I ended up holding circle there just to try to stick my leg out for a pass. All right, so we get the ball with Ronaldo here. Again, his midfield is bypassed. There's only Kimpembe on my Ronaldo. So once I get the ball with Ronaldo right away, I want to scoop turn up here to create space for my Ronaldo to get accelerated and then do another fake shot to get away from his Kimpembe. This AI defender is probably not going to come in right away because he's got to keep Neymar in mind. This player is too far away to really contest Ronaldo at all. His midfield is like completely out of the way. So it's pretty much another 3v3 situation. So when you get these quick transitions in FIFA 21, and they do happen frequently when you win the ball back, you got to make them count. So end up doing a scoop turn with Ronaldo, a running scoop turn. I'm past his Kimpembe right now, but I want to do another fake shot to just get in front of him even more, to make sure that he's not going to catch up to me. So that's what I end up doing. I get a nice boost with Ronaldo. I do another knock-on just to make sure this that Cancelo doesn't end up catching up to me. So I end up doing another knock-on to get even further separation. I could have played this through ball to Neymar. Would have been an easy through ball to Neymar, but I had Ronaldo, so I just wanted to keep running with Ronaldo and then do a nice spark finish. But that was pretty much set up by... That goal was pretty much set up by... Once this pass is made into Ronaldo right here, my immediate thought right away is when I saw that he wasn't controlling his defender right away and he kind of switched a bit too late to his Kimpembe, scoop turn up and then running fake shot towards the center to just create separation from Kimpembe, and it ended up working out. So that was pretty simple. Then, I mean, the through ball at the end could have played that, but it's Ronaldo, so I just wanted to take the power shot with Ronaldo, so I guess it worked out pretty well. Yeah, that is pretty much it, I guess, for this video. I hope you guys kind of learned a few things about my thought process that particular game. Game wasn't that close, so I didn't really have too much defensively to analyze. But next time I'll probably pick a closer game. So there's more to look at the defensive side of things. I guess this video was more focused on what I was doing in attack. But again, the key thing, I guess, the key takeaway from this video is those transitions. When you get those 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s, you got to make them count. And I made them count in this game. And that's pretty much what ended up winning me the game. But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos of this sort. I definitely like doing these. I do like going back over my games and analyzing them and giving you my thought process on them. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks a ton for watching. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. Comment what else you want to see from future videos. And thanks a ton for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Take it easy.